hydrated?
Working on it, working on it. Anyways, you guys notice I got a new hat on.
Brand new.
Yeah, every few months I got to swap it out. I got the dirty one back here. It is starting to get a little stinchy. And yeah, it looks really bad. So I don't want anybody accuse me like, this guy don't even get dirty. Look at his hat. It's brand spanking new.
Look at my hat.
Yeah,
that
yours
looks
is like
real
white.
nice. I need a new one too.
This color though doesn't hide it as well as yours does.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're here. We were gonna skip it, but one side has a lot of weed growth on it, and this looks straggly.
Yeah.
So we're gonna tidy it up and tighten it up, and yeah, do all that good stuff.
I did see a couple spots while driving in where the cars were parked over the curb, and we couldn't trim completely underneath there. They're free right now, so
We'll get to them then.
yeah, we should be able to knock those down. Like, it irks me so much. I'll be driving past this place during the week time, and I can just see it. And I'm like, oh, I wish I had my trimmer with me, but it is what it is. We'll get it knocked out today, and I got dust and stuff all in my eyeballs.
It's dry, guys. Dry.
It's
I mean,
really
dry. Dusty, dusty.
Get your call right now, but please leave a name and number, and I'll call you back as soon as possible. Gotcha.
Hi, Scott. This is Sean with Spencer Lawn Care. We're currently at your location here. We were wanting to get access to that locked gate area in the back corner of the facility. If you could get back a hold of me, or if one of you could just go unlock it, we're going to go ahead and service it while we're here right now. Have a good day. Alright, so it's like a lock safety area that they don't want people just being able to get access to, so we got to just let them know every now and then. We'll go in and knock it down. It's super tall, but it's better than people having access to what's in there. So let's get to it. All right, starting with our usual trash pickup. Now I know this doesn't appear like it needs mowed, but trust me, it does. It's just really thin. Things have changed so fast in just a short period of time here. We haven't had rain now in our area for almost the last 2 weeks. I believe it was a Sunday, not this past Sunday, but the one before that we had a shower. But yeah, as you can tell, it is getting dry and it is hot and the sun is baking. So this week's going to be an adventure. All right, so I wanted to show you that hasn't been mowed yet. That has been mowed. So I know it may appear as though it doesn't need mowed. It needs mowed. It's just super, super thin from the hydro seeding from last year. So more than likely we are going to go to a bi-weekly after this week. Unfortunately, it just went from cooler temperatures and really wet to super hot and no moisture. And it's really did a number on our properties here very, very rapidly. This side is a little worse than the other side. The other side is actually still pretty green, as you'll see here in a second, but we're going to stay on top of what we need to do here. guys, that we need to be able to get access to. I called the gentleman. He tried to call me back, and I tried to answer, but yeah, he didn't. He wasn't. I could hear him, but I couldn't get him to answer back. So I'm gonna try to call him as soon as I get back here to the truck. There's a gentleman up here standing. I don't know exactly what he wants, so I'm gonna go see what he wants real quick, and yeah, we'll be back. Might just be a subscriber. Finish this up. Do you want to give him a call back to see if he answers? He tried calling me just about 10 minutes ago, but I could hear him talking, but I couldn't get him to answer.
Yeah, I'll try.
He'll probably answer this time, and then we'll see if we can hop in there. The lock's still on it. It was just a subscriber stopping by. He actually went to the same high school as us, knows some people that we know, the Stokes, and yeah, just wanted to say hi and appreciate some videos, and I'm gonna get back to work here.
Good job.
Yeah, so TQ waited back there for a while to see if they came and unlocked that gate. They never did, so we'll just have to get it next week. We gotta keep on moving.
Yes.
We mowed 3 more, but we ended the day early and we're just flying through. These lawns are so dry, so I wanted to go check on a little job we did. But I got an opportunity, and I got a raccoon. Let me turn this music down. Cleaned up the truck some here while I got time. Got a raccoon. He drug a whole entire bag of trash up out of that can, and I know exactly where he's staying. There's a little ditch down here by the road with a grate over it, and he's got a hole. See that hole right there coming out the side of it? Right there. That's where he's living. Needless to say, I gotta set a trap up when I get back, but I wanted to run you guys down here while I got a second. It's been let me think here, 4 or 5 days since we put the vinegar, salt, and soap solution down at the storage facility. So I want to get down and check it out and let you guys know what I think, what it did. I have not really peeked at it other than on our cameras, and it definitely looks like it did something. Pulling up. Okay. Let me get parked here. First impressions, it took care of a lot. Not everything, but a lot. That could have been on me missing some of it as well. But it's definitely taking care of it. Get parked here and I'll show you. All right, we'll start over here with the side that's not that bad. So if you remember, it was pretty much just right along the edge there. We did have to have a talk with a tenant on this side because we reviewed cameras. We noticed she was leaving a bit of extra trash, so got that taken care of. Try to move along here pretty quickly. You can see this here is all browned up and withered away. Now, I will put on the screen exactly how many days it's been, but I believe it's been 4 or 5. So what this is a vinegar, Epsom salt, and soap, Dawn dish soap concoction. So now, this here, I might have just missed it. It might be new growth as well, but you can see there is some green in here still. Like this one here, that one there, but it's still withered, if you know what I'm saying. So it may still, this area is pretty shaded at all times. If you can see here, you know, it takes it until probably close to the afternoon to really get a lot of sunlight on here and do what it's gonna do. But I do still see some green mixed in with this. But then overall, a lot of the big stuff, like this one here, that thistle is probably, I don't know, close to a foot tall, maybe even a little more before it withered down. So it's definitely doing something. Still got a lot of green right along the edge, probably has a lot more moisture in it. And then back here where the big pile of gravel is. So yeah, look at this thing up close. Now, really getting into it, you can still see the vein still has a lot of green into it. This one here didn't really do much to it all. So, does it work? Absolutely. I mean, whatever those things were, they're pretty crispy. Now I'm going to take you to the worst side. I did spray all along this back as well. So all the way down through there. Let me zoom in here. So you can see it definitely did something. This was a lot right here. This spot right here was a ton of like moss that was growing. Very moist area and stays in the shade for most of the day once the sun moves around here a little bit more. So as you can see here, full sun. I think it took care of all that down through here. Let's book it around to the other side. All right, so this is where I pretty much started at. Now, like these little things, doesn't look like it did a whole lot to them, or I could have just missed them. But those big ones are definitely withered. Oh yeah, well, I think about it. This post got hit. So we got to reset this post. Ooh, look at that guy. Okay. Anyways, it got knocked back a little bit last year. I meant to reset it before we painted it. And Steve painted it. And I was like, hey, you know what? It's not really big noticeable, but it is kind of doing a lean like this. It busted the concrete is what it did. Anyways, looking around here, see, it's like those little ones. It really didn't do a whole lot to them. They're still pretty green. Got a lot of green still through here. Seems like the big ones, the big thistles, man, it smoked those things. I mean, it cooked them down. It's about 9 a.m. right now too, so sun's not going to be perfect. Got a monster can there. All this here, see the shady spots. So I will say that I've noticed this now. If it's shady, it doesn't really seem like it worked very well. The stuff that's out in the sun though, that gets more of the sun, it took care of it really, really good. You can see it through there too. It's kind of like a mixture of green and the stuff that it really took care of. And I know I sprayed this area very, very heavily with that salt and salt solution. But see, you can see the difference right there. Like back up in there, really green still really green. Let my camera refocus. Come over here, literally right where the sun can get to it and bake it, it burned it up. So I'm assuming that salt, putting that salt on it and then the sun hitting it just burned it. A lot of this though, it looks really good. It's just some of those little ones, I don't even know what they are. It doesn't look like it really affected those little things at all. Those little just blobs. As you can see here, let me see if I can zoom it in. See those little ones? Those little ones, it doesn't appear it did anything to. I'm not sure what they are. See them little ones right there? Doesn't look like it really affected them whatsoever. Everything that's in the sun though, it definitely looks like it took pretty darn good care of. Yeah, I'd say it worked for, I don't know, 85% of what was here. Now, do I just need to reapply? Or what the heck? Always some goofy stuff. Somebody probably come and got their flowers and not gonna have their steak to hang their basket. Anyways, yeah, you guys let me know what you think. From all of the feedback that I got from people that use this, a lot of people said it does work, but they also said it doesn't work for very long. So you got to take that into account. I think overall I maybe had 30 bucks in everything I used other than like my time, and you know, obviously I already owned the sprayer, and yeah, we put down probably 25 to 30 gallons of that homemade remedy. And I know a bunch of you are sending me emails and messages and stuff as well saying, you know, you don't have to do that because, you know, you're not doing this through Spencer Lawn Care. I just wanted to try it, guys. That's all I wanted to do. I wanted to try it and see if it worked, and then share that back with you, because a lot of people have told me over the years, sorry, I'm getting this like tissue or whatever. A lot of people have told me over the years that it works, but then online you get mixed reviews, just like everything. You know, one person says one thing's really great, another person says it stinks. You know, you're never gonna please everybody. But overall, I would consider this a success. Now what I'll do is I'll follow up next week and I'll show you once it has had a solid 10 days, 2 weeks maybe, and we'll come back and we'll re-look at it. And then if those little green ones, those little boogers right there, those little green ones haven't did anything, which I don't anticipate because it doesn't look like it's really affecting them whatsoever. Quick little before shot. We will come back down and maybe hit it with something else. But I understand what some of you are saying as well. You know, I'm coming here, this is Spencer Storage, and you know, I'm not charging for this, yada yada yada. I can apply at my own facility, just like you guys can go and purchase at Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever and apply at your house. Nobody's gonna come and say anything to you. Not breaking any laws, you're not making any money, and doesn't mean you can't still be safe and apply it properly. But yeah, there you have it. I'd say success. Now, how long will it last? I will have to fill you guys in at a later date. I just wanted to get this video for all of you to see.